Hello, Cancer. Welcome to this reading. My name is Zane, and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Cancer for the middle of January. Now, Cancer, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, Cancer, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that's not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. Now, I've decided I'll do a Celtic cross spread here for this middle of the month reading. If you were curious, okay, I guess we'll take both of those. But if you watch my content regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time you are watching me. All right, so let me make sure everything is in view here, and we'll get right into it. So I have to tell you, these two cards literally came out together, and that doesn't happen really ever. So very interesting, very interesting. Something on your mind here, Cancer. There's something heavy on your mind here, I would say, the fact that that happened. So, all right, that looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Temperance card. So this is a really nice energy to find here on the bottom of the deck. The Temperance card talks about potentially needing to go into a place of balance, patience, moderation, harmony in your life to really achieve something for yourself. And this can represent like healing energy making its way into your life in some area. And so it's a very nice card. It's associated with like angels, like healing angels. I don't attach religion to that at all. I feel like angels are a frequency. And so just so you know where I'm coming from, but if you do have a belief, then, you may feel free to attach it to that as well. But, this is also a card that talks about like turning situations around. And, the reason being is this comes after the sort of change or the transformation of the Death card. And with that, it provides like a sort of healing and harmony after potentially a big change in your life. So it's a very nice card. It says as well, that as you balance something out, a new person will come in, especially romantically. I do have to say, you do have, I try to bring in messages for both love and romance as well as career and finance. And I have to say, you have like really big indicators of like a soulmate or like a past life relationship, or like somebody who if you don't believe in that stuff, which is fine, somebody who you just really connect with on a deep level, on a soul level. I do feel like there's someone who's coming in for you, okay? And if you watch my videos regularly, you know that it's typically career finance, but I have to say that there's definitely a love situation coming in for some of you here, and I'll get into that some more. But right away in the middle, you have the Three of Pentacles, in the current situation, you have the Three of Pentacles. So this is a card that like you could really just sort of say is about reward and recognition for some sort of quality job well done. You can see this person here has the mallet on their belt. They have an anvil in the background indicating craftsmanship, building something. They're also holding up something that they're proud of. And so they're showing something off that they've built, and presumably they're being praised for this work that they've done. And so it's an indicator of very good things happening in your career situation, for sure, getting noticed, if you will, in your workplace or your place of employment or whatever it is that you do for your career. So it's definitely a very nice card. It also talks about your teammates and your team environment, your colleagues. Now, in the problem situation, you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a very good card. The thing is, you have to take all of these cards with a grain of salt here, because it really depends. And this is in the problem position, the Six of Wands, because this talks about some sort of victory and success coming into your life. But what's very interesting here is this is even more so than the Three of Pentacles, a card that talks about public recognition. And so you have this card here, this person here on the Three of Pentacles who's being praised and rewarded for their job, and now you have this energy of being publicly recognized in the problem position. Are you shying away from something? Are you shying away from something, Cancer? That's what I feel like maybe is happening, because I really only feel good things. You have a very, very good reading here. And so I almost wonder, I would ask you, I do wonder if you're like maybe afraid of success. Six of Wands, major card of success, but it's in the problem position. Some of you may be afraid of success. Now, in the past, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Something has been going well for you. Okay, this is a positive change in your destiny. This is a positive change in luck, in good fortune, in situations turning around, especially with the Temperance card. I love this energy. Now, it does say that the wheel keeps spinning. Okay, so when you get the Wheel of Fortune, it says to take advantage of the opportunity that you have now, because it will keep, the wheel is going to keep turning, right? And so it's favorable times for you when you get the Wheel of Fortune. There's also the energy of Jupiter, which is about luck, expansion, growth, abundance, ruled by Sagittarius. Our Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and this Temperance card is also the Sagittarius card. So some of you may be dealing with a Sag, some of you may be taking on those sorts of energies, expansion, growth, things like that. But there's been something going on very well that's very good for you here in the past. Now in the future, you have the Lovers card, Gemini energy, but really don't get hung up on the signs. The Lovers card, you know, in combination with the Temperance card, with the Two of Cups, with the Knight of Cups, this could be like a very deep connection with somebody, okay? A very deep soul connection with a potential romantic partner coming in for you here, Cancer, absolutely, with the Lovers. If you're not here for romance, what this is talking about is this is an important choice that you have to make in love or in life, in your life. Like a very important choice. But this is a very, very nice energy here if you are looking for somebody, or if you have someone in mind. But my intuition is telling me that they're not in the picture yet. Okay, I feel like the stars are aligning here though. The Wheel of Fortune is this energy of alignment as well, like perfect alignment. And the Lovers here in the future, it's almost like they're coming in. I don't know that you've met them yet. Especially if you're a single Cancer. If you are not a single Cancer, if you're in a relationship, it looks like it's very good, going very good. But now, this is interesting here. So in your conscious awareness, we had both of these cards that came out together. So you have the Hanging Man and the Two of Wands. Okay, so the Hanging Man is the energy of letting go. Okay, it's cutting the cable and seeing what happens when you free fall, which is really what the Hanging Man needs to do. Now, it's interesting. Number 12, the Hanging Man. The next card would be 13, the Death card, and then you have the Temperance card. So 12, you're skipping over the Death card here. And what's interesting is you also have this with the Two of Wands. Two of Wands talks about an important, or a choice between two options, or being at a fork in the road, needing to research, to plan, to discover something. And so if I'm putting this together, as this is on your thoughts, on your mind here, what may be happening is you need to let go of like needing to know what the outcome is. I would say you need to let go of needing to know what the outcome is, and just, it looks like there's perfect harmony happening for you. There's a nice harmonic resonance, if you will, in this reading, where everything is going to happen. Try to let go of knowing what the outcome is right away, okay? Because you have a big blessing coming in, especially with this in the unconscious, or the unknown here. You have the Knight of Cups, which is, again, somebody really charging forward, who's interested in you, saying, hey, let's go on a date, let's do whatever. This is somebody who's extremely romantic. This is the one of the the classic romantic in the tarot, and somebody who, this represents a romantic event coming in, especially with the Lovers in the future. And this is unexpected because it's in this lower row. And so just allow this to happen when it happens, right? And the thing is, I feel like as you let go, this is happening, if that makes sense, right? So in your staff, in the direction that you're headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Chariot card. So this is your card, Cancer. This is the Cancerian card. And with that, it says, through self-discipline, you are being given a major victory in your life. It's a card of as above, so below. As you see the star pattern here, or the star on the sun on the canopy above, and the Chariot, the Sphinx here on the earth, indicating the earth, the sun indicating the universe, above, below, right? As you put in the work, you are rewarded. And that's this energy here of the Chariot. It's also talking about like how you're getting somewhere and you're getting somewhere fast and you're going somewhere and sort of going to where you need to go. Do not force anything at this time. We are in a Mercury retrograde. In fact, many times in Mercury retrograde times, you'll get this advice of like slow down, especially when driving, because this is a card of vehicles and short distance travels. So just be careful about it's not a rush, right? Like don't rush into anything at this time. Take your time here, because I do feel like your self-discipline is really paying off at this time. But I did want to say that message about just like driving and in general, but not to scare you, but it's just something that comes in during retrogrades. You have this Three of Wands here in the external influence. This is growth and growth and expansion on the horizon, especially as you have the Wheel of Fortune here in the past, talking about growth, talking about Jupiter energy here. This person is also thinking about travel. So the Chariot is also a card of travel. So you have two cards of travel here. This could be a long distance situation here, that you meet somebody, or you meet somebody from a distance or something like that. Maybe you meet somebody on your travels and then you start talking at a distance, or there's something like this maybe going on. But I actually feel like you're looking to grow. There's like a major period of growth here for you, Cancer, and it's happening not only as you're self-disciplined, but also as you let go of this needing to know the outcome here. So let's see what else we have. Let's see what other messages. So in your hopes and fears, you have this Two of Cups. Okay, my favorite romance card in the tarot, and really this Two of Cups, as it's coming in the hopes and fears, this is telling you stop. Like it's almost like I get this energy of like maybe you like chasing love at this time, and this is one of the best love readings I've done in a very, very long time. And so what I would tell you is you don't need to chase this person, okay? This person is just going to sort of arrive here as you have this sort of happenstance. I'm getting this energy of like happenstance. And so don't fear this, like don't fear when this is going to happen or when this connection is going to come in. This is for if you're a single Cancer. Just recognize that it is coming in, and there's no need to chase it this time, because it's extremely favorable for soulmates, for deep connections, for partnerships like that. I don't know if it's long term, but it doesn't really matter in a case like this, because you'll learn something from this person because they are a past life connection. They are a soulmate connection. Now in the outcome here, you have the Ten of Wands. So this is a burden, okay? This is somebody who's carrying the weight of the world on their back. And you can see how they're carrying these wands uphill here. Each wand represents experience earned or knowledge gained along the way. But, so it's good in that regard. It says that you're skilled, you know what you're doing, this is not your first rodeo, so forth and so on. But I also get the sense that maybe love has been a burden for you, and I do get the sense that you're maybe dropping the burden here. I also think needing to plan everything out is a burden for you with this Two of Wands Hanging Man situation here, especially in the conscious, in your thoughts. I do feel like drop the need to plan everything out and know exactly when everything's going to happen. Let's go ahead and pull some additional cards here to clarify, see what these three cards are. Okay, yeah, wow. Wow, confirmation after confirmation. Six of Cups, soulmates, past life. Okay, this is a past life connection. This is very, very, very prominent here. Now, even if you are not here for love, okay, whatever you're going through right now is part of a contract that you signed before you incarnated, okay? I know it's extremely esoteric, but this is so clear, and we're getting confirmation after confirmation that this is the case. With this Wheel of Fortune in the past, the Knight of Cups, the Lovers, the Temperance, the Two of Cups, I mean, the Chariot indicating your energy, and now this is a huge card of past lives here with the Six of Cups. So whatever's going on, you're learning something from this situation at a soul level. And you also here have this Nine of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. Wow. Yeah, definitely this offer coming in very quickly from somebody, okay? So again, you really don't need to force any part of this. This is just going to happen naturally. And with the Page of Wands, it could be extremely passionate situation that's happening here, okay? And yeah, so good news coming in for you. The Nine of Pentacles, you know, is interesting that you get this because it's a card of independence, specifically financial independence. And like really being financially content in your life, like having everything you need and really being able to even afford yourself some luxuries or just afford yourself some time, which is the biggest luxury of all time. And so the Nine of Pentacles is an extreme card of abundance for me. I love that energy. It's interesting though, because it's perhaps that you've been single for a time or you enjoy being independent, and that may be what's propelling you away from finding somebody. But you can be in a relationship and also be independent. So yeah, that's what I feel like is going on here. So let's go ahead and let's pull some additional messages here for you. Okay. Okay, so within the next few weeks, wow. Okay, so this could be coming in pretty quickly. Hard to get timing down, but again, don't stress about the timing. The whole thing about this is like detach from the need to plan everything out and have the timing. Recovery, yes, and there's something better. Okay, so again, I get the sense that you are, maybe there's a choice between two people here with the Two of Wands and the Hanging Man. You're going to say yes to one person, maybe reject another, or there's maybe a rejection in some other area of life or something like that, but I feel like it's you doing this. I feel like this is just going to be an extremely harmonizing or harmonic relationship that you have with this other person. And like I said, I get this very strong sense that this is coming in very quickly for you. This is not a typical reading that I do. If you're a long-term viewer of mine, like you know I don't do these types of readings often, but whatever comes in, comes in. And I have to say I'm very strong on a deep soul connection coming in some area. So you have toil and labor, you have gift, concern, great fortune, community, poverty. Okay. It's interesting. I think what's happening here is you, with this concern and poverty, toil and labor, I do get the sense that in the past, you've had situations where love was a burden, or yeah, I feel like love has been a burden in the past. This is specifically like really for single cancers, but yeah, that's kind of just what I'm feeling. But I also get the sense that for some of you, there's a big, for any cancer that's watching, and if you're still here, there's a big burden here around commitments, time, and needing to like have everything planned out is what I'm really getting this idea from. And so I feel like dropping that burden is going to be extremely helpful for you in this moment, because you do have this Great Fortune card, which is the nicest card. It's the best card to get in this Kipper deck, especially with gift here. You know, gifts of cash, gifts of, you know, a gift coming in, or just you sharing your gift with the world here, as you have the community card and the Great Fortune, which is just an incredibly positive card of abundance. So this is an amazing reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.